This is Earthfall on Xbox One. So this is kind of like Left 4 Dead, but with aliens. It's the exact same sort of idea. You can play online or you can play solo. There's lore that you kind of unlock. There's customization too, as far as like the outfits for your characters. You can change and customize your weapons when you get stuff. A bunch of different guns. It's very simple, so we're going to play online so that hopefully somebody jumps in. You can find a game, you can create a game, you can do quick play. I want to show off just the start. So there's a bunch of different levels. We've got a couple campaigns here. Literally a couple campaigns. And yeah, so it's about fighting aliens, moving from point A to point B in a linear sort of path. You can change the difficulty, you can change the bot skill. We're going to throw them on masterful to give me a hand. Different availability if you want to have friends only and so forth. Play the first level. So this was supposed to be Xbox One X enhanced. So actually when I was at E3, I got to jump in and quickly play this a little bit before it was coming out. And they have cleaned things a little bit prior to doing that. I'm going to start this. It was a little bit rougher then, but it definitely is playing a lot better, and it looks fairly good. Some of the trees are a little bit weird looking. They're almost kind of like art drawn, but it works kind of well for the game. So moving past that, the main reason why this wasn't Xbox One X enhanced is they had the wrong build of the engine given to them, or the engine that they had was supposed to be able to do the enhancement, but they had to get a different engine, so it kind of threw off the development for it. It will still be Xbox One X enhanced, as far as I understand when I was chatting with them there. It's just going to take time to check with the new engine to make sure everything is running. And what they're going for is a 4K resolution with HDR support when that does come in. For now, it's actually pretty good looking, I think. See, that's the tree style. Like, it kind of looks like Life is Strange. That kind of art style look. I don't know if they're wanting to make it more realistic or if there's just like a graphics thing with it, but that's what I kind of noticed for the trees. They just like stick out for me, kind of. You got this really realistic sort of like wood and signs and aliens and tricycles, and then you got these trees that are kind of, you know, iffy. It does play quite well. I haven't really had any issues. This is on the One X, so I don't know what it's like on the 1S. I think it's pretty fine. Generally, it's not too... Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure I did play on the 1S when I was at E3. So anyways, I've had a long history of playing this game. I mostly played it on PC at some point. I had it before it even came to Steam. I was playing this. And I like the idea of it. So when it first came to Steam, it wasn't like really well optimized. I mean, no early access games are these days. So they've actually come a long way in regards to putting this game together and making it find its own form. And this isn't going to be for everyone, this kind of game. It isn't. But I think they've really created something that feels like Left 4 Dead. So I love the Left 4 Dead games. I'm so mad that Valve has let that franchise sit there for so long. But I mean, obviously, if you're a fan of Half-Life or any Valve franchise, you're kind of probably used to that by now. That aside, it's Left 4 Dead with, you know, aliens. It doesn't really do anything too different, but I think it does deliver on that concept pretty well, and it's a fun game to play. I have a good time with it. You get a group of 4 players. You go around, you shoot some aliens. There's special alien infected kind of special infected aliens. But you know, there's like special creatures kind of like that one we're killing right now. And then you're trying to go around and survive and make it to the point. It's linear, but you get like open spaces to explore and move through. There's points where you have to defend against hordes, which you'll see later on. And it's got like a bit of a director going on, so things are a little bit mixed up. A little bit different experiences. So you try to open things. Being so cooperative focused, it's best to stay together. In these kind of games, I usually just run way ahead of everyone because I just have a fast pace when I play games. It's how I do walkthroughs so quickly. And I do walkthroughs very quickly. Seriously. be surprised. You go check out some of the time runs on those. I'm pretty good at it. Anyways, yeah, you stay together, you heal each other. Is that guy? Alright, so we're on a different level now because the Xbox does not like recording this game. Yeah, there's something really buggy about that, the recording aspect, which is weird. So yeah, as I was saying, definitely Left 4 Dead styled, cooperative focused. I was really hoping that there'd be more content to it. I find the lack of levels, you know, a little disappointing, to be honest. I like the core gameplay of it. A little bit of popping on this one. I think the levels are fairly varied. Definitely very, very linear in design. You see that the more you play. I think the characters, the creatures are alright. For the most part, they run well. I don't think this is an evolution on, you know, Left 4 Dead as far as like doing something new with it, but I think it does help fill some sort of void that people are most likely feeling from not having a Left 4 Dead title on the current generation of consoles. And it's got some new things, you know, the objectives that you're doing in the level. It's nothing too complex. It really is just a good time for a group of friends to go and blast some aliens in a cooperative experience. I do think that this is perhaps shallow at times, but still something that I have fun playing because it's very easygoing. It would have been nice to have additional modes again if I haven't said that already. So you know, when you get like a break in video recording, it like totally throws off your train of thought. Whoa, that was close. Anyways, yeah, I mean, there's potential if they add more to it. Hopefully they do. What am I doing here? Oh, I gotta blow this up, don't I? But I guess it's past the whole early access phase. I don't know how much more we're gonna get with this, but at the time, it's a decent experience. Wow. Okay. Lots of big creatures to fight. Situations where you're defending points. A little bit of depth as far as like collecting certain things to do, missions. And lots of lore to get, as you see in the top right corner again. I think visually it's alright. It looks decent. I would have really liked to see the 1X enhancement be available at launch, but obviously, you know, with the problems they had. But we already been here. We already went this way. Oh, I'm so silly. This is the alternate route because we took the top path. Great. Come on, teammate, give me help. Yeah, I do find them kind of like borderline incompetent, even on like masterful. Anyways, it's got some neat things to it. I think it does some stuff differently enough that it can stand out, and it can be a fun package for what it offers. It looks decent. It performs fine. It has that Left 4 Dead style, just in a small dose. Just don't have like super high expectations for the experience, but just know that it does give off that Left 4 Dead vibe. With, you know, Warhammer Vermintide being another close sort of example to capture that gameplay style that we haven't seen a lot of recently. I don't know, it's kind of a simple, kind of fun game. Come on, AI, get in there.